Hey there, everyone. Some potential good news for Xbox fans. Not just Xbox fans, I guess everyone, but in particular Xbox fans. I believe if you are someone who is, excited about what Microsoft is doing, then you're going to enjoy this video because this is obviously going to be something that a lot of people are going to be talking about. And, it's nice to see that Microsoft would actually go about the way that they're kind of going about some of these things, and the reason why you have to do things like this is you have to give fans a reason to invest in what you're offering, and invest in what you're kind of have out there to kind of showcase people. So that's where I think we need to kind of look at the future, and just how is Microsoft going to handle these types of things. But I want to get into it. Should be a fun video. What's up, everyone? I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoy my content. I do daily gaming content. Try to be fun yet informative as well. So if you guys are looking for fun yet informative, you found him. Just like the video. It's pretty much all I ask in terms of, hey, are you going to watch any of the stuff that I do? Please just go ahead and do that. So file this one under rumor for just this minute, but it does look very promising that Microsoft is going to bring back a shadow drop for their game showcase this year. Pretty big surprise. According to this anyway, obviously there's been a lot of talk about bringing Tony Hawk games. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remakes arrived back in 2020. Already 5 years ago. Hard to believe, right? Man, those games were so good, though. And it sounds like we could be getting something from Xbox and Activision in the near future. According to an interview featuring pro skater Tyshawn Jones in a recent interview, where Jones advised that he's set to appear in a Tony Hawk remaster very soon, saying, and I quote, "I'm in a Tony Hawk game coming out, so that's cool. They got a new one they're remastering. So that's about to come out. I was in the last one." Now, last year, Tony Hawk himself hinted that he was working with Activision on insanely exciting 25th anniversary plans for the series, promising that it would be something that fans would truly appreciate. So we'll have to see what comes from this, assuming that it's the real deal. It's also be available on Xbox Game Pass day one. The result of Xbox actually owning the Tony Hawk IP these days. People are kind of wondering, what are these games going to be? Which ones can we possibly get? And again, what's funny to me is, I know because I'm like a big AAA game fan and things like that. I like those games, but at the same point in time, it's so funny to me because, we used to live for these Tony Hawk games, right? And I know that they I guess they're considered AAA too, but it's like, getting friends over together at houses and things, waiting to play Tony Hawk. Yeah, that was just like a fantastic time. And these games, bringing them back, I think, is excellent. I'm sure people would like a new one if they were as good as some of the older ones or whatever. You just have to get back that kind of feel or whatever, that people kind of have for those type of games. I think that that's something that we're missing just a little bit of at this particular point. But hey, you never know with this stuff. And Microsoft can make stuff happen, now that they own the IP, and doing the shadow drop, man, I think that would be pretty kick-ass, a good way to get people excited, especially you need stuff like that since you don't have the exclusive games. And I do feel like probably at this upcoming showcase that they're going to do later this year, they're probably going to have a lot of PlayStation and Nintendo games on there that kind of showcase what's happening. A lot of their games are probably going to have those logos, like PlayStation logos and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, nice to see this actually come out. There was an update following that as well, following speculation of a new Tony Hawk release. Well-known insider shared some even more details. According to this, Microsoft will announce Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 at the Xbox Game Showcase this summer. Furthermore, confirms and claims that the game will release right after the show, effectively making it a shadow drop from Team Green if it happens. The final bit of information comes from this leak so far is that the game will be released on other platforms as well as Xbox, which really shouldn't be much of a surprise at this stage of the game. for now, just a rumor, but hey, that's something to kind of look forward to and say, hey, we've got this kind of coming. Out the way or whatever, and I do feel like it's a smart move on Microsoft's part. Is that going to be something that Microsoft is going to be able to do, or are they going to be able to kind of handle, the demand of that? I think that would be pretty cool to be able to see that happen. And at the end of the day, Microsoft, they're going to have to figure out some things as they go along. And maybe that is something that they could do. Maybe that's something that they'll be able to work on. Getting people excited again for like the future and things like that. Microsoft really has a lot of things to kind of work on in terms of being able to get fans excited about what they're going to be offering, sooner rather than later. So, again, nice to see this happen. I like to see Microsoft kind of get out there and, do the surprise thing. It's not going to be something that, everybody's going to be amped up for or whatever, but those original Tony Hawk games were pretty phenomenal, to say the least, and obviously very much welcomed into, being able to kind of come out and, we'll just see. We'll have to see. Like I said, Microsoft is going to have to. They're clearly going to be making some changes and things like that. There's clearly going to be a lot of people that are going to wonder, hey, what's the reason? And again, I think that we can see things happening for Xbox in the future that will continue to, impress people. I don't know if Game Pass is going to be. I'm sure Game Pass will be, a really good thing for a good amount of people, to buy an Xbox in the future. But is that going to be like enough people for them to want to continue to produce Xboxes? Like, that's going to be the main thing that I think is going to be a big problem. But for right now, having, Game Pass and being able to kind of tap into, the Activision games and things like that, I think that's really going to be a really, really cool thing for everybody to kind of get into and for everybody to just get excited for. It's like, again, Microsoft, it does have a really, really good and very interesting amount of content that they're dropping right now, so we'll see how that works out. By the way, the person that brought these leaks out, just kind of want to put this out there because I know a lot of people are very much like, oh, well, we can't really believe this person or that person. The same guy who was talking about some of these other things that was going to actually come out. He was the one that mentioned Ninja Gaiden during Xbox's most recent developer direct, which turned out to be true. So, yeah, there is that. You can, I think, probably take it with a grain of salt still. Insider Gaming also notes that the game itself is going to actually be a remake and shadow dropped as well. So yeah, like to see that happen. That way we would have availability of Tony Hawk 1, 2, 3, and 4 in terms of availability on Xbox. And I believe they enhanced 1 and 2 when the Xbox Series X came out. So yeah, that's pretty cool to see that come about as well. And like I said, these are classics, man. Nobody wants to see Xbox lose stuff like this. These are like real classic games, and I think that's very, very much a situation where people need to be have these kind of games kind of come out, because if you look at it, the originals, obviously the gameplay wise holds up incredibly well. People like that, but it's also at a point where us as gamers want to see more flashy graphics and things like that. So I can understand why we'd be where we're at with this whole situation. So with that being said, let me know what do you guys think. Do you guys think it's cool that they would be bringing back the whole situation with oh, hey, we're gonna have a stealth drop and of stuff on our showcase day. I think that's cool. I think that's always been pretty cool, and I like to see that. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. If you guys do enjoy the content, please remember to leave a like and maybe even consider subscribing. You guys have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, and as always, I'll catch you here next time. Crap gamer out.